Hello guys, it's welcome to the box office, and Smile got a sequel. This was a pretty successful movie during the pandemic era. The first movie was so basically Smile was a sleeper hit movie. It made $17 million in its open. Okay, actually, it was in 2022. It made $17 million, but it was a massive, massive sleeper hit, making $100 million domestically. And kind of like with the Megan movie, it did pretty well at the box office. Smile 2 will probably make a similar amount of money to the first movie. Same thing with probably Megan 2, which is coming out next year. But Smile 2 has been doing pretty well. $46 million. Again, the first movie only opened to $17 million. I don't know if the budget is the same as the first movie. I'm assuming it is, but this movie has done pretty well at the box office, making $46 million domestically, which is pretty good because the first better than the first movie. Next is the Wild Robot, which has passed $100 million domestically. So yes, the Wild Robot has passed and also has broken even as of this week. So yes, this movie is also getting a sequel as well. And also, despite it releasing in digital screens, available for digital purchase, the movie is still making money in the theaters. So this movie is still continuing to do very, very well in the theaters. Again, for a new franchise in the box office, these numbers are very impressive. Obviously, it's not going to make $500 million like Kung Fu Panda 5 did. No, Kung Fu Panda 4, not 5. They are actually making a fifth Kung Fu Panda movie, though. But Kung Fu Panda 4 did pretty well at the box office. But again, Kung Fu Panda is an established franchise, an established IP. The problem with a non-franchise or non-franchise movie is that they have to compete with all of these huge, massive franchises that exist. The reason why Star Wars and stuff did so well, Jaws, Jurassic Park, is it wasn't really all these massive, huge franchises that existed. The problem now is that you have Marvel movies. You have Jurassic Park movies every couple of years. You have Despicable Me every couple of years. You have all these massive franchises, and you have, like, for example, Paramount still trying to revive the Transformers franchise from the dead from, of course, the two factors, being the Michael Bay movies, and of course China box office underperformance. But because yeah, large part of the Michael Bay movie successes has mostly because of China. Okay, but yeah, Wild Robot has done pretty well at the box office. So next is Terrifier 3, which has had a pretty good second week at the box office. This movie has costed nothing to make, only $2 million, which means this movie is a huge success. So Terrifier 3 is a huge, huge success. Next is Beetlejuice 2, Zoo, and yeah, the movie has made another $5 million at the box office, making $429 million globally. A pretty successful movie, all things considered. Next week, I think there's gonna be there's a huge movie coming out, which is Venom 3, which is expected to do the same as the other movies. And the franchise next is We Live in Time. Yes, this movie has made $4.5 million again. I don't think anyone has heard this movie again, but it's probably another generic romance movie. So yeah, and of course, it's time to make fun of Joker, Farley E. Dukes, or Joker 2. Yes, this movie. This movie is doing so poorly. It broke the Marvels record. Yes, this movie is doing way worse than the Marvels. The movie has only made $169 million. When you compare it to the Marvels, this movie is doing way worse. So at least Brie Larson beat the Joker 2, which is the most funniest thing in the world. In 2019, Joker was like the base movie, okay, and Captain Marvel was garbage, but both movies still made $1 billion. It's funny, both sequels failed massively. Joker 2 will still lose less money than the Marvels, obviously, because Marvels costed way more than Joker 2, but still a massive embarrassment for DC and Warner Bros. So, Piece by Piece is a massive failure as well. Piece by Piece is a big failure. I never seen a single advertising for this, so it isn't too surprised no one is watching this. Next is Transformers 1, which, again, this movie isn't doing too well. Well, at the box office, I think that first trailer really turned off a lot of people. It will, it really shows that first impressions really mean everything for a movie, because Transformers 1 is very well received as a movie, but people don't really, people didn't really like that first trailer. It's just the fact. People didn't like that first trailer, and that's the reason why this movie flopped. And I think with Sonic 1 is that the fans, they listened to the fans, but Transformers 1, people just didn't like that first trailer, which I think really screwed this movie over because of that. Because I think this movie could be a huge success, because, of course, the finally give is finally what we wanted. Did a realistic looking animated movie that isn't a cartoon or goofy movie, but no. I think that first trailer really made, because a lot of people didn't like that first trailer. Even like YouTube was like, man, this the animation, like, a lot of the because a lot of the early animation looks pretty bad, but this movie is not a pretty big success. The other robot movie is doing pretty well, but not the Transformers. Next is the Saturday Night, and this movie made $1 million at the box office as well. So this movie has done pretty okay. And of course, at the Nightmare Before Christmas, for some reason they re-released this movie in the theaters again. And it did this last year too. So this might be a trend Disney might do every year for some quick money. And this is a pretty popular movie as well. And now Hocus Pocus is back in theaters too. Yes, I'm just highlighting the fact that Hocus Pocus is back in theaters too. So this might be a trend that Disney might do every year, where they re-release the major Halloween movies every year, which is again a pretty good way to earn money as well. And yeah, this is an old movie, and of course Hocus Pocus is considered a Halloween classic now. Which, yes, the movie actually originally flopped in the theaters. $28 million production budget, and what was the original ending for this movie? $49 million. But again, this movie became, it's one of the most infamous examples of a box office failure that later became a hit. I think the other one was Blade Runner, and then they made a Blade Runner sequel, and no one went to go see it, which is pretty sad, but other than that, there is not really anything interesting. But next week, Venom 2, Venom 3, or Venom The Last Dance is coming out as well. But yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.